Good morning, babes. In this video, we will review a dynamic warm-up. You improve your performance during your run, bike, or swim, but will also decrease your chance of injury long term. This is some low-hanging fruit movement snack stuff. All you got to do is move in 3 planes. So starting off, it's just about an easy jog. Just how light, soft, easy peasy can you be? This is your opportunity to work on a pose running technique to just be really soft and light in every single step that you take. It's really fun to do on the sand, but works well on concrete too. The next one's one of my favorite. If you take one away, add in the alligator run. So in the alligator run, any good Florida native knows that alligators can't run in a zigzag. So you're just gonna run in this little diagonal pattern. Those of you that are athletes, I encourage you to treat it almost like it's a ladder drill. You can do a couple of your little fancy footworks, pretend like you're being an athlete all over again. The idea is to move and roll those ankles a little bit different. Next one right here is going to be just a shuffle, moving laterally. If you played any sports growing up, this would be basketball or kind of like a defense thing. Keep your toes facing forward, your hips nice and low, and don't let your feet get too close together. A lot of people want to gallop. You truly want to shuffle, staying as low as you can. You do this in sand, it is no joke. This is awesome exercise. So also get your heart rate elevated, so then when it's time to get running, you can kind of get into it right away. How that first mile is sometimes hard, this will get you kind of ready to go. All right, karaoke. How good of a dancer are you? Can you swivel through those hips? Right, the whole idea here is to turn 90 degrees through the hips. You step in front, you square, you step behind, you square. Even just walking this out, like cross ball, chain kick, whatever you dancers call it, just moving through your hips is amazing. Again, the idea of moving in 3 planes of motion. The next one, the rocket, is great. Just kicking as high as you can, opposite arm to opposite leg. I cut a little short because I had somebody cutting into my frame and they were messing up my vibe. So anyways, those are fantastic. This is also a perfect pre-running one. This dynamic lunge, you step forward and then you turn in the direction of the lead leg. So if you step with your left, you're gonna turn to your left. Can that knee stay right over the ankle, driving towards the pinky toe, and not move from there as you rotate? So that way it's technically core strength, it's stability. This is one of those exercises that gives you a big bang for your buck. Now we're getting into these frontal plane lunges. So I chose to do a little bit more of a challenging version where I'm rocking side to side and then coming all the way up. So again, this side to side plane of motion will get you in those inner thighs and those outer thighs. It's a lot of places that people want to be toned, but it's also performance muscles right here. And a lot of us from multi-sport get very, very tight. Again, can you keep your toes facing forward? Shift your weight from side to side as low as you can, working to get that leg long, and then spring all the way up. Even if you don't take the step and you just stay in that lateral rock or side to side, you can get a lot out of this. I'm gonna come back and make another video specifically on this exercise and the importance of the adductor and how they work in with your hamstring. But this exercise, again, low-hanging fruit. You're warming up for your run, you're gonna perform better, but now you're gonna get strength, stability, mobility, all of these buzzwords you always hear me talking about. Making this your running warm-up changes your life. Instead of just reaching and touching your toes, now you're doing things that are gonna help you develop a drip effort over time to get stronger and stronger. This one is great as well too. Can I just get good hip flexion? I'm gonna pull that knee into my chest, flex the ankle down too, and then can you fall forward straight from the hip? Learning to lean and trust that rotation from the hip, and then working on stretching out the hamstring. So you can tell my hammies are tight. I did not want to lengthen out that back leg. The leg you're standing on is the primary importance right here, and then you can work on that back leg a little bit. So that's a hip flexion. And then this is a great one too. This is your gate opener. So you get that hip flexion, which is that knee drive position, then you're gonna swing that leg out, open the gate, close the gate, up, out, closed, up, out, closed, right? That over exaggerates the motion that happens at your hip and gate. So when you leg swing, again, it will help you in all 3 disciplines. This stuff alone, just moving in 3 planes, will help you out. Again, that's not just forward and back, it's side to side, and it's rotational. Another great hamstring one, great for running. In this instance, you're going to reach for the ground, reaching for your heel or even behind it, and attempting to scrape the ground or scrape that sand as far as you can, as long as you can. It also encourages you to bend and round your spine and your thoracic spine. That's okay. That's where we want to invite movement in your spine, but both legs are locked out into that pyramid position. Now we've gained all this range of motion. I'm just doing a little high knees. I'm swinging those arms. I'm over exaggerating, just kind of testing everything out. I'm not going for full speed, but now can I decelerate this motion? So I'm doing that Superman or RDL. I call running controlled falling. This is literally controlled following. I'm using my hip and a hamstring to decelerate. Again, now if I'm going to go run over the Sand Key Bridge, my legs are ready for that strength. They're ready for that power. I don't have to warm up as I'm going. I'm already going. Part of this warm-up is called a flow, because your really intention is to listen to your body and to feel out what it needs to get ready to perform. Moving in 3 planes will really help you. Give it a shot.